Check, 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 check. Swing one in the morning. It's your boy Swing Whistle. The morning tap in. We just waiting for my people to pull up. It's a beautiful, beautiful Monday morning, y'all. It's the tap in. It's gonna be cold today. Hey, what's happening? I see you. Good morning. Good morning. Just waiting for our people to pull up. You know how it is. You already know what it is. Swing one in the morning. It's the morning tap in. We got a good show for y'all today. Nico, what's happening? Good morning. Always here bright and early. I see. Yeah. We got a special guest in the building, y'all. You know how we do. You know how we do. Yeah, yeah. All right, y'all. Let's get this joint started. It's your boy Swing Whistle. We got special guests in the building. We had a long weekend, y'all. We had Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? We had the Tyson fight. All kind of shit was going on, man. But we here. We here. Get this intro started for y'all. Let's go.
Hey, this is your girl TB Controversy Queen. When I ain't running out of store of bastards, keep my hands on other people's shit, I'm down here at Who's Ranking Radio with Swing One.
Say, bitch, I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Bitch, I'm a G. I'm all about the bands. Bitch, I'm a P. You dealing with a hustler. Bitch, I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. All my hood niggas, put your sets up. What up? Nigga, you a shooter, put your gun up. Gon' get a Benz if you came up riding European. Niggas seeing how I bossed up. They all on my jock and my cellular. Niggas be lame, living regular. I'm all in designer on the regular. Smoking hella flavors, got me smelling like a freshener. Baby on my line, but I don't text back. Catch me in traffic in a spacecraft. Baby on my side with a face mask. We set your ass up, we're needing all cash. You try to take the pussy, and it all bad. Bitch, I'm the man, I'm the big bag. We have an understanding on the get back. You gotta go hard for the bitch, I'm the man. I'm all about the bands. You dealing with a hustler. Bitch, I'm the man. I'm all about the bands. You dealing with a hustler. Bitch, I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Yeah, check. Bitch, I need it all in both hands. My table on point like a march band. My game so heavy like the whole sin. Loose lips sing shit like the Titan. We're on a road trip, we're compatible. Your ex owe me money, you're collateral. Baby, eat the dick like a cantaloupe. I'ma keep the P, I got the antidote. They say it never rained in California. I'm in Seattle getting bappy on the corner. I'm in the game knocking shit, Sammy Sosa. Is I'm so sick, it could be Ebola. Champagne and time from it. It's a lifestyle that you never seen coming. I'ma show my ass smoking grass out in public. And I ain't catch a feeling cause I'm always like, bitch, I'm the man. Bitch, I'm a G. I'm all about the bands. Bitch, I'm a P. You dealing with a hustler. Bitch, I'm the man. Bitch, I'm a G. I'm all about the bands. Bitch, I'm a P. You dealing with a hustler. Bitch, I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man.
Swing one in the morning. It's your boy Swing one. How y'all doing this morning? Yeah. Good morning. I see you. I see you. I see you. Top of the morning, y'all. We got a special guest today. What is it? We got a special guest today, man. We're going to have some fun today. I hope y'all ready. It's your boy Swing One. I see y'all tapping in. Y'all peeking, but y'all ain't speaking. Hello. Hello. So y'all ready for the morning tap in? Who you hitting today? Let's see. Let's see. What's up, Loveless? We're going to call old Faithful. We ain't talked to him in a while. We're going to call him up real quick. Get our morning tap in. See how we doing. But before I call, oh, there you go, right there. Before I call my man, you know what I'm saying? Let me introduce my guest, y'all. I need y'all to put y'all hands together right now. Start clapping. Start clapping. Start clapping, man. You've seen them on BET. You've seen them on Def Comedy Jam. You've seen them in the wash. You hear me? Y'all put your hands together right now for my friend, your friend, our friend, Mr. the legendary Honest John, y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help with the clapping.
What's up, OG? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just staying safe, wearing my mask, doing what I need to do to survive.
Yes, sir, man. It's a pleasure to have you, fam. It's a pleasure to have you. Um, what we do here, man, before we even get started, man, we do a morning check-in. I call it the tap-in. So I just ask you a couple questions. You answer them honestly. So today, Mr. Honest John, what you smoking on over there, sir?
Oh, you just froze up.
Oh, did I? No, I just be looking like that. How you doing today? John, can you see me?
There we go. You froze up for a second there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know whether that's on my computer or on your feed or what. I know I can't see this show on your Facebook page.
It should be up there now. It's on my, my bad. My fault. You're right. It's on my Swing One page. Here, I'll send it to you right now.
Oh, okay. So there's a different page?
Yeah, it's Swing One. Just Swing space one.
Oh, okay. I'm on the page that says Swing Whizzle.
Oh, my bad. That was my fault, G. But yeah, how you feeling today, man? How you feeling spiritually today, Mr. Honest John?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
How you feeling mentally? You gotta be honest on this one. Mental health is wealth.
How am I feeling mentally? Well, I figure I'm either doing real good or else I've gone crazy and I don't know it.
Okay, say that. How about emotionally? You didn't cry in the car this morning, did you?
I can't hear you now.
You can't hear me? What you doing over there, John?
I couldn't hear you for a second there. So
you got me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Check. Okay. So how do you feel? How you feeling physically?
I'm surprisingly good. Matter of fact, before all this stuff went down, I did a thing with a heart doctor, and they checked me out, and they said I was cool. You know, so
man, we need you here with us, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing the best I can to make that happen. If only all them folks that think they have a constitutional right to spread diseases around would get over themselves and wear a mask, I'd feel a lot safer.
Yes, sir. I totally agree, man. I totally agree. Yeah, I'm staying masked up myself, man. It's kind of hard to, function, but we making it work.
It froze up again.
Yeah, I think that might be your end, John. Can you guys still see us out there? Hey, good morning, RC. What's up, Marcus Knight? Comedian Marcus Knight in the building. Lillian's on the line. Yeah. What's up, Maurice? How's that? Is that better?
That's better. I think it's just going to go in and out. I don't know. Maybe I'm too far away from my modem or something like that.
Oh, okay. So let me do my morning tap in. I was gonna call my man. You know what? I might want to call let me call our fellow comedian, do a morning check-in real quick. Since he's already on the line, let me call my guy up for one time.
Who you calling?
Marcus Knight. Seattle comedian. So we do a morning tap in every morning, and kind of like how I just checked in with you. That's how we're gonna check in with this crazy guy if he answers the phone.
What?
Hey, good morning. It's Swing One in the morning. It's the morning tap in. What's happening, Marcus?
What's going on? Yeah.
Oh man, I'm just sitting here with my man Honest John, man. You know what I'm saying? From the Watch, from BT, from Def Comedy Jam. You know what it is. What's happening? How you feeling?
Man, I gotta say what up to Honest John, man. I don't know if you remember we did a show last year sometime, but Honest John is true a legend. Man, he's the truth, man. Love on John, man.
Yes, sir. Did you hear that, John?
No, it froze up again, and I missed the whole thing.
Oh.
Hey, you watch your mouth. John ain't old.
Can he hear us?
Yeah, he can hear you. If you're just talking to the phone, if you quit deep throating the mic.
Man, that's what, man, I'm shocked. You got John on here, boy. You doing it big.
Hey, so Marcus, so the problem, you got your phone on speaker. You got to take your phone on speakerphone.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah, you goofball.
Oh,
That's
man,
better, yeah.
Yeah, see, you calling John O. We should whoop your ass.
I'm old. I'm not as old as John, but I'm almost.
So Marcus, how you feeling spiritually this morning, real quick?
Oh man, I just feel motivated, man. The spirits is high, man. It feels good, man. You know what I'm saying? I had a pretty outstanding weekend and helped, you know, not to mention well, sports activities that took place, but I feel good.
Okay, how you feeling? Shut your ass up. How you feeling? How you feeling mentally?
Mentally everything's good. It's good. You know, thoughts come and go, you know. So due to the fact, you know, you consume so much marijuana, you can't hold on to them. So
okay, say that. How you feeling? How you feeling emotionally?
Emotionally, let me see. My emotions is cool, man. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, sexually, I'm great. I'm great. So, you know, everything is on point, man.
Everything's on point.
Everything's on point.
Hey, man, that's good to know, man. You know, we got to call and check on you on the tap in, man. We appreciate you answering.
Man, and I appreciate you calling Sweeng In, who's ranking. And, man, keep up the good work, man. You know, I'm watching you, man. Uncle John, man, Honest John, man, y'all hold it down, man. I need to get on that with y'all one day, and we all just sit down and do face to face.
Oh, we trying to get it like you get it, man. All right, stay tuned in and share this broadcast.
No doubt, man. Holla back.
Yes, sir. Hey, so John, I gotta ask you real quick, man. How did you get a chance to watch that Tyson joint?
No, I didn't. If I wanted to watch old people fight, I'd have started to fight my own self.
You would have said you would have been on the undercard, right? That's hilarious. Hey, it was a good fight though.
You're frozen up again. Oh man. There we go. Okay,
it was a good fight. They just they wasn't trying to hurt each other too bad. You know what I'm saying? They was just wrestling around. You know what I'm saying? It was cool.
So that's why it wound up being a draw then, huh?
Well, nah, Tyson really whooped his ass, but he whooped his ass, but you know, they just gave it a draw anyway. You know, they said nobody was gonna win, so I figured they was gonna do some shit like that.
Nah, you know, I mean, it's a fight. You should go out there, you fight, you pick a winner. That's the way it should be. None of this stuff where, oh, everybody wins. That's like Little League where they give out a participation trophy and stuff like that. That's
right.
That's boring.
What you said, a participation trophy?
Yeah, you know. Oh, everybody wins. No, everybody don't win. When you have a fight, so one guy wins, one guy loses, or else sometimes it winds up a draw.
So the good thing is, you know, after Tyson's fight, you know,
Tyson.
You can't hear me out there.
Was the most amazing fighter I ever saw, and I've been watching boxing a long time. Now I'm more of a mixed martial arts guy. I like that.
Right. Who's your favorite fighter right now?
In mixed martial arts?
Yeah.
My favorite I'm a fan of Khabib, but I understand he's retiring. I don't like Conor McGregor.
You don't like McGregor? What about the damn? What's his name? The black dude. He's undefeated right now. I see. The black dude, the African cat. I forget his name. It's on the tip of my tongue.
You know, I forget names too. I'm trying to remember. There's a woman fighter that I like a lot.
Oh yeah, I know she looked like she's Hispanic, but she's really from like I know what you're talking about.
No, the little blonde girl that was on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh,
Why can't I remember? Man, I guess I am getting old because I can't remember people's names and stuff. But
hey, Lillian, that's his name.
uh,
I don't know how to say
it'll
it.
come to me. It'll come to me.
Hey, what's up, Tony? Hey, Tony Elliott said you've always been one of her favorite comedians. Speaking of comedians, man, I wanted to ask you, man, and I tried to look it up, but it must have been so long ago it wouldn't come up on Google. How long have you been doing comedy, Joe?
I started in '87.
87?
In '87, I started.
Damn, that was a long time ago. How old was you about?
I was 37 years old when I started. Now I'm 70.
Damn, that's crazy. I'm 37 today.
Yeah, I mean, when I started comedy, you was probably a little embryo, right? When I started doing comedy,
Actually, in 87, I was in middle school.
you were in middle school. Oh, okay.
Damn,
You were
I
in middle
shouldn't.
school,
That made me sound hella old.
and so I started off doing open mics, just like everybody else does,
Yes, sir.
and was running around doing the regular shows, and then uh, black comics. I made a lot of friends with black comics, and they turned me on to the black comedy scene, and I started doing that. And then it got to a point where I could go to a white club and hang around all night, and nobody would know who I was, or want to put me up on stage, or I could go to a black club and know I would get up. Everybody loved me.
Exactly.
So I became. I'm much more famous in the black community than I am in the white community.
That's good.
You know,
Well,
sometimes I mess with white people that don't know who I am and stuff like that. I'll tell them, well, you can't tell it to look at me, but I'm one of the top black comics in the country.
you stupid. Hey, you say you one of the top black. You know it was funny, man. When I seen you, shit, this had to be about '02 when I first saw you. I think when Tibbs brought you out. Can you still hear me?
Oh, Anthony
Yeah.
Tibb, yeah.
Yeah.
He used to bring me up to Seattle all the time, and we'd do the I think it was called the Four Aces.
Yeah. No, the Peach Flying Aces.
The Flying Aces, yeah, Flying Aces. Do that club there. Pay was terrible,
Yeah.
but he was just doing the best he could, and I always appreciated anybody who supported me along the way. So Tibbs, if you're out there listening, I love you, man.
Well, you'd always get a room and a hot meal.
Yeah.
Guaranteed we could eat. Yeah, your screen keeps going in and out, but we can still hear you.
Yeah. Well, you're every now and then. What happens is, like right now, you're frozen up, so I can't hear you. So what I do is I just keep talking until you unfreeze, so that there won't be no dead air.
So
there you are.
I can see you. Can you guys hear us still? Can you hear us?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. But
do you remember when we did the show at Pacific Highway? I'm not Pacific Highway. I'm reading the damn comments. You remember we did the show at the Paramount?
Yeah.
And you had went out there and you came out and you said I was in the back and Sweeng told me to come out here and say the N-word. This motherfucker don't love me. You remember that? That was my shit.
Yeah, don't care about me. Just play hating, trying to get a honk and messed up. That's what it was. Yeah.
So what made you even want to start doing comedy? Like what made you know what, this is what the fuck I'm gonna do for the rest of my life?
I was working at the state mental hospital. I was a psychiatric nurse, right? Licensed psych tech, they call it, right? And so I'm working there, and then and and I love the work for a long time. I did, but it's hard work, and you kind of get burned out on it. So I was like, man, I need to find something else to do. And one night I was watching Evening at the Improv. Do you remember that Evening at the Improv, that old show? I was
Yeah.
watching that, and I saw a comic on there. And I didn't think he was very good,
Right.
and I was like, I'm funnier than this guy, and he's on TV.
Right.
And I decided that I was going to try it out. So I went and I found out where the open mics were, and I started doing the open mics. And I was like a lunatic.
Mhm.
I would go out, like I would come home from work, take a nap, and have dinner, and then I would go out and I would, of course, gas was a little cheaper back then because I was doing a lot of driving. I would drive to one place, sign up for the early spot on the open mic, drive
Right.
to another place, sign up for the middle spot on the open mic, drive to a third place, sign up for the late spot on the open mic, then go back to the first place, do my spot there, go to the second place, do my spot there, go to the third place, do my spot there.
Right.
And so I was doing it so much that I got pretty good real quick, you know.
Mhm.
By the way, right now I'm just seeing my picture.
Yeah, it's cool. I was just waiting for your internet to come up. We can still hear you.
Oh, well, as long as we can still hear me, good.
Yes, sir.
All right. So that's what you got to do when you're starting off as a comic. Is you got to go around and get as much stage time as you can get.
Absolutely.
And then as you go along, then you still want to keep your hand in, but you cut back on it because you want to people to know you're still around, but you don't want to do it so much that people don't get a kick out of seeing you no more.
Right.
So you have to kind of balance that out. But now, you know, there ain't shit to do.
How you holding up nowadays, not being able to get on stage?
I'm holding up fine. You know what I mean? I'm holding up fine. I do as much online stuff as I can, although I don't like doing comedy on Zoom because you don't get to hear or see the audience.
Right. There's no interaction. Yeah, I'd be feeling like that too.
You know, so when I do Zoom shows, what I kind of tend to do is instead of doing Zoom comedy shows, I do like I get into like discussion groups and stuff like
Right.
that. So I'm not just doing the comedy. Sometimes I'll say something funny along the way, but mostly I'm in with other people and doing discussions about, you know, the topics of the day and stuff like that.
Yes, sir. So let me ask you. Oh, go ahead.
So, but again, you know, I'm not making any money doing that stuff.
Right.
But you're not making hardly any money doing Zoom stuff either, you know. Sometimes you make a little bit. But I'm getting by because I get Social Security and I'm collecting unemployment and all that kind of stuff. So I'm getting by.
I know that's right. I wanted to personally thank you, man, because you guys stepped up for me, man, when my house burnt down, man, and did that benefit show for me. And
yeah,
that was incredible, bro.
I felt like just, you know, I was so glad that the other comics up in your area put that together so we could come and help.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Shout out to Chris.
Because we got to support each other. We're all in the same struggle. Exactly. I don't feel like if somebody else does good that hurts me. I want everybody to do good, and so I try to support whatever comics and friends that I have.
Right. Well, shit, we're gonna have to get a GoFundMe event together so we could put up on your internet. I was just hey, that was a joke.
Well, my internet works fine, but I think I might be a little bit too far away from the router because it's in the other room.
Oh, okay.
It's in the other room, so that might be why it's going in and out. Plus, you never know; other people might be using up the bandwidth.
Right. Would it be too much if you moved it closer, or is that too much? You got to unhook some shit.
Well, I've got. See, I'm out in the kitchen here. I've got it plugged in, the computer plugged in, and everything like that.
Okay.
I can move to the other room, but it won't look as good. Let me do that. I'll do that. Maybe that'll help.
All right. Yeah, let's try that. Hold pausing for a quick break while my man Honest John moved to a different room. Hey, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. I see you, Antoinette. I see you, Lillian. We got my man Honest John on the line. Swing one in the morning. He did the morning tap in with my man Marcus Knight. Checked in with us. Play the song we just got sent to us real quick, if y'all don't mind, while we take this small break. You tuned in to Swing One in the Morning. Honest John on the line. Honest John, I hope you don't mind this music I'm about to play. It's gonna be a little crazy, but I know you from the hood, so you good. You done heard all this shit before. Artistic, y'all. No band-aids. Swing One in the Morning. Honest John, let's go.
New whip, fresh off the lot. 3 days next, the car won't stop. Gotta ease up the loss with a bottle of Ciroc. That's another $30 your ass ain't got. The more I'm in debt, the more I spend. And stay losing in search for his win. Losing my breath, trying to catch a second win. Out of Ciroc, so I buy some gin. Everyday struggle, every day I hustle. No dollar, but I'm trying to make it double. Flexing on niggas, trying to gain a little muscle, but the law don't like it, so I say me that's trouble. Ease up, trying to be free. Trying to live my life in me. Ease up, trying to be free. Trying to live my life in me. No band-aids. They ain't got band-aids for that. No band-aids. They ain't got band-aids for that. Okay, girl, where you tryna go? To be real with you, I got no dough. Started out rich, but I ended up poor. Even lost my wit, so what you here for? You say you really like me, but I ain't think you mean it. I was packing my bags, almost headed out to Phoenix. I'm a really good guy when I try, yeah, mean it. Fuck your history, I don't care, don't repeat it. When bad times call, I get to drinking. I'm not an alcoholic, nah, I don't need it. I just say my prayers and the niggas with a Jesus. I just say my prayers and the niggas with a Jesus. Ease up, tryna be free. Tryna live my life in me. Ease up, tryna be free. Tryna live my life in me. No band-aids. They ain't got band-aids for that. No band-aids. They ain't got band-aids for that. The girl I'm talking to stop replying, yeah, I understand. She heard about my dick, plus she had a man. But she gave good neck, a good mouth. Had me wrapped around her head like a Taliban. I shouldn't be mad, but a nigga got feelings. All this extra dick got me feeling like a woman. Against my will, but yet I'm willing. Pussy so good, had me stuck.
Honest John, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine. So I moved to the other room, but it still has an occasional freeze up. So
that's
I don't know what it is. It's whatever. We work around it.
Yeah, we just gonna roll with it. You know what I'm saying? So John, I got a question from one of my people on the line. They want to know if you're married.
No, never been married. Came close one time, but then the woman got wisdom, and
you said she got what?
She got wisdom, and no, I would have been a lousy husband. So not interested in being a father or any of that kind of thing. So
right.
So she's better off that we didn't get married, and I'm just happy living alone.
Right.
For example, a couple of years ago, I did a gig in Kyrgyzstan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I flew there. It's 18 hours to Turkey, then another 7 hours to Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah.
Right? Did the show. came back the next day, flew back to Turkey. That's another 7 hours.
That's that's a long ass flight.
6 hour wait in Turkey for the plane to the United States, and then another 18 hours back home.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got home, I've been basically just like, doing this, mostly flying around for almost 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right? If I had to deal with like relationship issues or children or any of that kind of thing, it just would have been terrible. So, I got home and all I did was just take naps and watch TV. And so, with the lifestyle that I live, it's better to live by myself.
Right. So I think you probably get a lot of ass when you're on tour then.
And even though when I get up on stage, I'm, one thing, I'm actually in my real life, I'm kind of shy and all that. So no, I don't get it. I never did get it that much. I used to get it occasionally. I never did get it that much. But now that I'm 70, it's like, oh man, when if I'm on the road, I ain't even looking for it.
Right. Well, Lillian, to answer your question is
okay. I think we froze up again.
No, we can hear you.
I see a question from Lillian Beatrice Hawkins, who, by the way, is looking pretty cool in that mask and everything. And she's asking if I've been married.
Yeah, that was her.
The answer is almost, but never did. No wife, no kids, none of that.
So what's some of the coolest places you did comedy?
I spent a month in Iraq.
Ooh, that's dope.
And I had a blast there because I didn't have to fight no motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And the audience is, when you do a military show, the audience always, they appreciate you coming out, to entertain them. So it's always a very, very good audience when you do the military. And I'll tell you something that happened that made me realize that, because I would just do the show. I never thought much about it,
Right.
But I'm in Iraq, and after the show, one of the soldiers comes up to me and he says, I lost my best friend a couple of months ago in battle. And this is the first time I've laughed in 2 months. And he thanked me. And it made me realize that, hey, maybe what I'm doing is important.
Absolutely. That's dope. Shit, comedy's corona proof.
And I was sitting, you might notice there was a flag behind me where I was sitting in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That flag was given to me at one of the bases in Iraq. And and on the top of it, there are signatures from some of the soldiers there. So it's a very special possession that I have.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Andre Fair. I see you on the line. Yeah. So what was your favorite city?
Oh man, favorite city. I love New Orleans. I love New Orleans. New Orleans is just a fun place to be at. We did a Def Jam tour show there, and we were out at the French Quarter, and we'd be up on these balconies, and you'd go inside the bar. You could buy these beads, and then you'd go out. There's people passing by underneath the balcony, and after a while, people realized that the people from Def Jam show, and there was also some rappers there.
Right.
So we started to get a crowd underneath the window, and we'd go get the beads, and we'd wave them from the balcony, and the woman would show us their titties, and then we drop the beads down to them.
That's what's up. So, other than New Orleans, was that like what city did you do comedy at that showed you the most love, as far as the people?
Atlanta's always been very good to me. I really liked El Paso, Chicago, New York. I mean, Seattle. I love Seattle.
We love you out here.
I can't. There's never been a city that I've just decided like I don't never want to come here again. I've always felt like I've been well received wherever I've gone. But as far as after the show, when I was younger, see now after the show, I'm 70 years old. After the show, it's like if there's an after party, I tell them like, look, I'm only going to stay for a few minutes. I'm going back to my hotel, get some sleep. And usually, you have a flight out first thing in the morning.
Right.
So I don't have time to do no coochie hunting or anything like that. And even if I did, I would be very disappointing to the to the ladies.
Would you say you'd be disappointed? Nah, man, they love you, man. I done been backstage with you when they be out there screaming your name, man. I don't believe that. I think you just trying to use reverse psychology to get some ass, John.
Oh well, I ain't gonna turn none down. I ain't gonna turn none down. I'm just warning the ladies in advance to not expect too much. That I'm gonna get mine, they might not get theirs.
This gonna be the best 3 minutes of your life. So, hey, what was your?
I see Tony Elliott on the screen. Says comedy is everything proof. I appreciate you.
Yes,
You're
sir.
looking good today too.
Yeah, Tony's right from the town too. She's in Atlanta, matter of fact. One of your favorite cities to do it. She's in Atlanta right now.
She's in Atlanta. Good for her. Good for her. I know some people are getting back on the road and they're doing comedy again. Because of the fact that I am 70, I have to wait until they get this virus under control. I'm not gonna sit on a plane with, 180 germy motherfuckers hoping I don't catch something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I've had to some of the younger comics, they can get out there because now if they're still taking a risk, because we have a lot of younger people that have gotten very sick and have even passed away because of this COVID.
That's true.
But they're a lot more likely to have a good result than somebody my age. So I've had to back off.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you were being responsible like that because a lot of cats is just moving around. I was one of them in the beginning. I was doing everything. Nah, man.
I can't tell whether we're frozen or not because instead of seeing you, I'm seeing my picture on the screen.
No, we're good. We're good. I was just
okay.
I just put that up instead of us looking frozen. So what was your worst heckler situation?
Well, when I first started out, I really wasn't that good at dealing with hecklers, so they would throw me off. But I watched other comics, and I would watch people being heckled, and I learned how to deal with it. And as a matter of fact, I did this one show, and there was this brother and his girlfriend, and he was getting on my case, and I came back at him and really slammed him so bad that he actually got up and left the show. But his girlfriend stayed. So I walked down off the stage, sat down in his seat, put my arm around her and stuff, and was acting like I was going to take her home.
So, my guy Mario Delgado wants to know if you ever smoke weed before a show.
I smoke weed before every show.
Hey,
the only times that I have not, Tony, I love you too. The only times that I have not smoked weed is when I've gone overseas. because you can't take a chance on getting like caught in Japan with weed. It's 7 years, not just being in jail, 7 years hard labor. I am not about to do hard labor for anything.
Exactly. So you ain't never snuck an edible out of the country?
Well, what I have done now, I never have brought it into another country, but what I
Right.
have done is I brought an edible with me
Yeah.
and did like half of it when the plane took off, so that it would help me to like after the meal go to sleep. If you can sleep on a long overseas flight, that makes it a lot better. But then what I've done is like I did the last time I went to Japan, I took another edible just as we was landing.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, so I didn't have any weed with me. I just had weed in me, and so I went through customs and got through all that stuff, and then I got out and driving to the base, and I'm like looking around Tokyo, going, man, I'm in the middle of Tokyo, high as a motherfucker. This is great,
Right.
But trying to bring weed into a foreign country is never a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely not.
You don't want to go to jail in America, but you certainly do not want to go to jail in any other country.
Hell no. They'll lose you. Forget you in here. Honest.
Yeah. I mean, there are some countries where when people go to jail, they don't get food unless their relatives bring it to them.
Hey, John,
So if you're an American and you're in that country, ain't nobody bringing you food. You have to steal it from other inmates.
Right.
And that means you have to fight. I just ain't built for that.
My dad told me the story about him going to Tijuana and getting too drunk and getting arrested. And he said they wouldn't give him no water. They wouldn't let him use the phone. And he said finally he offered him his shoes and they let him out for his shoes. And he walked out of the motherfucker barefoot. I was like, damn.
He got lucky.
Yeah,
he got lucky just for his shoes. I had some friends, a couple of very, very young ladies, lovely young ladies, who went to Tijuana and they got caught skinny dipping.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was in a pond somewhere or whether it was in the hotel pool or whatever, but they got caught skinny dipping. They got taken to jail. And they had to call their parents, and their parents had to come down and bring $1,000 each to get them out.
Damn. So, hey, John, what city have you been to that had the best strand of weed?
And you're frozen again.
I said, what city have you been to that had the best strand of weed?
The best. Well, nowadays, any place that you go where weed is legal, you can get really good weed.
Right.
But it used to be when I used to travel before weed got legalized in so many places. The best weed I got was in Alaska and in Canada.
Canada?
In Canada.
I thought Canada had skunk back in the day.
No, Canada had some pretty good weed because Canada's cold. Canada's cold, and so people got good at growing it, indoors with hydroponics and stuff like that. So they know what they're doing up there.
Right.
And nowadays, that's how a lot of the weed is being grown nowadays. It's not being grown outdoors because people will come and steal your weed if they find it outdoors. So people are growing the weed in like big warehouses with these special lights and hydroponics and all that kind of thing.
So you said you've been doing comedy since you was 37, right? So you've been on stages with a lot of comedians. Who is one of the coolest comedians that you came in contact with, and who was one of the like the worst as far as their attitude?
Uh, Paul Mooney was always very, very supportive of me. And I was, kind of intimidated by him because he was already a legend.
Right. He's the fucking man.
And, he had nothing good to say about white folks. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Right.
So I expected that he wouldn't like me.
Right.
But he was always very nice, very supportive. And he even gave me some really good advice.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be, like as a young comic, a lot of times you tell a joke and you're very eager to get on to the next joke.
Exactly.
And people are still laughing and it's hard for you to wait. And I used to start speaking up, like starting the next joke before people would finish laughing at the last joke.
I step on your joke a little. Yeah.
Yeah. And Paul Mooney took me aside and he said, John, man, don't step on your laughs.
Right.
Right. Precious. And that was a very important piece of advice. So I learned to be patient and just pause and wait for the laughter, let the audience finish laughing before I started the next joke.
Right.
Michael Collier was another one who was really good to me. Managed me. He was my manager for a while.
My word?
Yeah.
He's one of the reasons I even got on stage. Like that was my favorite comedian.
Yeah. Oh, good guy. Good guy. As a matter of fact, I just did, he has a morning podcast that he does, and I just did that with him a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I watch it.
So Michael was always good to me. Ronaldo Ray,
Wow.
I loved him. Yeah. I loved so a lot of guys. Chris Spencer has always been very supportive of me.
Yeah, I rock with Chris Spencer.
Just about all the guys have been real good to me. And like I've never. I've always gotten along with most of the comics. Even when we have little arguments, it's no big deal,
Right.
So, but yeah, it's been a blessing. I've met so many wonderful people who have been very, very supportive of me over the years.
That's what's up, man. So, who's your all-time favorite comedian?
My all-time favorite comic?
Yeah.
Bill Hicks. Are you familiar with him?
I'm not.
I think you're frozen up again.
No, we're not frozen. We're good.
But
you said Bill Hicks?
Bill Hicks. Yeah, there you are. You're back again. For people who don't know Bill Hicks, there's a lot of him on YouTube. He's passed away. Yeah, but he was deep. He wasn't just funny. He was deep. He would get into some really deep stuff. And he was brave enough to not need to get a laugh, every minute or so. Because if he wanted to talk about something deep, he would get into it. The laughs would be there, but you had to be patient and wait for him. So,
Bill Hicks, he's old school.
Yeah,
Hicks, yeah, I do.
Yeah, great comic. Naturally, I loved Pryor. I love the old school comics, but I'm also a big fan of the new people that are coming up, or the people that came up when I did.
Exactly. Yeah.
And there's a lot of young guys. A lot of the older comics, they kind of like, I don't know, they don't want to associate with the younger comics. I like the younger comics. I feel like that's how I stay young, by being involved with them.
Right. What's your worst situation out of town? Like, as far as like, how you go do a show and you be expecting it to be big, and you get there and you're in like the raunchy motels, and they don't want to feed you, or they got you sleeping on somebody's couch. You got a situation like that?
Oh, I've had plenty of them. But as long as they come through with the money, it's like I'll deal with it. But I've had a few shiesty promoters that
Yeah,
so because you can't always deal with people
exactly.
when you're hustling gigs, and
Mhm.
you can't always deal with people so sometimes you wind up in tough situations, but it's all been worth it. It's all been worth it. Even the worst of times is just becomes once you work your way through it, it becomes a good story. That's all.
You know what happened to me once, and it wasn't even on purpose. It was kind of inevitable. So
And we've frozen up again. There
check. Can y'all hear us? Can y'all hear us?
we are. We're back. We're back. Okay.
So what happened to me is I got booked by, you remember AG White from
Oh,
Brooklyn?
oh yeah, AG from New York City.
Yeah. So AG White booked me, and it was one of them situations like swing, get here, I got you, right? It was one of them. So my dumb ass really went up there. I got the ticket, and I had about $300 in my pocket, and then I decided to go to New York, right? So in New York, 300 can't even cover a hotel room. So what happened was I got there, I'm calling him, he's not answering the phone, right? Come to find out he's stuck in a snowstorm in Boston. So I kind of roamed around New York homeless for like 3 days. I,
Oh man.
I
Bummer.
know I got all my luggage. I just got on the subway. I rode through every borough. It was a blessing. I didn't get robbed.
Yeah, I mean, because AG wouldn't do you like that on purpose.
No,
So,
it wasn't on
because
purpose.
he's a good guy.
That was my man.
Uh,
He,
but
he
stuff happens. He got stuck in a snowstorm. There was nothing he could do.
exactly. Now he took care of me once he got there, but I just had to turn on my survival skills for 3 days. But
Yeah, well, that was smart going in the subway because the subways stay pretty warm.
yeah, dude, and it was cold in the motherfucker. It was around February too.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
You don't want to go. You don't want to go to none of them places in the wintertime. You want to go in the summer.
well. The lesson I learned is don't go nowhere with less than, you know what I'm saying. I ain't going nowhere with $300 no more. Basically,
No, you got to bring money with you, and also you got to make sure you can't just like the where both of you fucked up
this
was
is what,
not setting a firm thing.
right.
Him just saying, "Come on, get out there, and I got you." No, that don't work. You have to set a firm date so that he's gonna be there, you gonna be there,
No,
everything's gonna be cool.
it
You
was a
can't just go out there and hope for the best.
right. It
Because
was a
I did that once too with other people,
yeah.
and you know, uh, after after a few days, everything was okay. But for the first few days, I was just calling people up and not knowing what was going on. You can't have that.
Right. It was a firm date. It was just he didn't do his, yeah, you're right. We should have had our shit together. I can't even make an excuse. We should have had our shit together. But yeah, that was a learning experience. I had a ball though. I met some strange lady at a coffee shop, and she had one of those apartments, and she was renting out rooms, and like and then I got on Facebook and was like, Mayday, 1112, pimp down, help. And then, I ended up getting a place to stay. It was cool. It worked out. It worked out. But uh your favorite comedian. Wait, did I
We already did that. We did
I
that.
already asked you that, didn't I? Okay, my bad. So you're
Aside from me, my
yeah.
favorite comedian, aside from me,
So okay,
I'm a big fan of mine.
so am I. So tell me about the time where you had a joke that you knew worked, right?
Tell you about, and he froze up again.
Tell
And
me
I
about
know this ain't my internet. This is on your end.
not, but I take it. It's yours. Can y'all still hear it? If y'all
Okay.
can give us a high five.
Okay, now we're back. Tell me about what?
Tell me about the time you got on stage and you told a joke that you know worked, right? A joke you know would usually work. But when you said it at this particular time, you kind of got crickets.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah.
The thing about it is that every audience is different. Some audiences react to one joke better than the other joke, and you have your killer jokes, and you usually expect uh, them to work all the time. But I've learned over the years, if a joke don't work, you don't let it throw you off. You just move on to the next joke. So
Exactly.
so it's not a big problem. So jokes, they work, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
So, John, if you could drop a jewel for our up and coming comedians, our inspiring comedians,
If I could drop
a gem on them.
and you cut out again,
If you could drop a
damn,
if you could drop a gem on a
damn, what have you got? Like
look, yeah, look, let me show you.
you must have some cheap ass internet where you are.
Nah, that's your internet, fam. That's look.
No, because I do other podcasts and broadcasts all the time, and I don't have the same problem.
Watch this.
Although what I am going to do when we finish here is I am going to reboot my modem just in case. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
sometimes that can be a problem. Yeah.
So when I put us both on the screen, like you're frozen, your end's frozen, and my end's still moving.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see your frozen picture.
That's all you can see is my frozen picture.
Okay, you came back for now, but it's gonna go away in a second. I can see you
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's what's been happening. That's what's been happening.
Yep,
I don't know. Maybe I should have rebooted my modem before we did this, but since we're in it, it kind of like
we gotta just go with the flow.
We just got to go with it. Yeah.
So I was saying, if you had if you had
whatever happens, we get through it.
Yes, sir.
But if you're frozen again.
If you had some advice for an up and coming comedian, man, what would it be? If you can still hear me. If you had
okay. Advice for up and coming comedians. First of all, when you start out, you got to get as much stage time as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Listen to the comics that have been at it longer than you, and like, you know what I mean? When you see somebody like Chris Rock or Michael Collier or any of them, you know, the old pros, you know, watch them, pay attention to what they do, and compare yourself, because sometimes people get an inflated sense of where they are in the business. Yeah. And what you got to do is like say to yourself, oh, okay, I just watched this guy. He rocked a room for an hour and a half. And I can't do that. So you have to work yourself up to the point where you can do that, where it's not just having an hour and a half worth of material, but where you rock for that hour and a half.
Exactly. How long do you think it took you to get a solid hour, like a solid hour where you rocked the whole hour?
Oh, it took a few years. And you know, I'm still improving. Although this year it's been hard to be improving because, you know, haven't gotten a chance to do it. But there's always new things to learn. You can always get better. It's not like you can get somewhere and go, I'm as good as I need to be. You always strive to be a little better.
Right, absolutely. I'm a student. Like, if it wasn't for cats like you and like Rodney Perry and Michael Coyer, you know what I'm saying? If man, you guys kind of was like my silent mentors. Like, I watched y'all like every move. You know what I'm saying? And that's just
I did the same for the people that came before me.
Exactly.
You know, I was watching them and I was saying, oh, well, this is how you handle a heckler. This is what you do when a joke don't work. This is what you know what I mean? So you watch the people that have been around, that have experience, and you learn from their experience.
Man, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. It's always a pleasure, John. And man, keep doing your thing, man. I love you, man. I'm sure the people appreciated you, man. And tell us about your show, man. How can we tune into your show you do every day?
I don't do a show every day. But like there's a thing that's on Facebook. It'll start around 5:30 every Monday, and it's the same kind of deal as what happens here. There's a fellow by the name of Sean Cornelius. It starts off on his Facebook page, and then when the show starts, I go to his page and share it on my page. It's called Enough is Enough, and it's not a comedy. It's a topical discussion show.
Right. You know, that's funny that you say it's every Monday.
Once
because,
again, we must be frozen.
nah, we ain't frozen. We good. I think I just go on there on Mondays, and I
There
just
you
figured
go.
it. Yeah, but I checked it out. You always sitting in front of the flag. I like that.
Yeah, that's where I do the show from, and I've learned from doing this that it's not the problem with being away from my modem or any of that. That it's just we're doing this on Facebook. I wonder how much other stuff is going on Facebook, and maybe that's why we're freezing up because other people are using up the bandwidth.
Right. Well, shoot, man. We're gonna have to get you back on here, man. I had a good time, man. How you feeling?
Oh, I had a great time. This was an hour, and it went by fast.
Yeah, it went by fast. Once you get in good conversation, boy, it's just fly right by.
Yeah, but the next time we do this, before we do the show, I will reboot my router, just in case. Although I don't really think that's the problem because everything else, before I got on with you, everything else that I was doing online was working fine. So I don't know what the problem is. The problem probably is, it's like Facebook, Zoom, whatever else. Those are high volume things. There's a lot of people using them. And so that's probably why there are occasional problems with them.
Yeah, shit happens, man. We got to just roll with it. You know what I'm saying? I've learned. I used to stress and pull my hair out when stuff stopped working, but now I just go.
Yeah. I mean, you got to laugh at it.
Exactly. Well, I appreciate you coming by and stopping and checking us out, John, man. You always welcome back over here on Sweeng in the Morning, man. You have a prosperous day, man. You guys put your hands together for Honest John for the one time, y'all. Hey.
Thanks for having me, Sweeng.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great day.
Too, fam.
Terrorism, shout out to the niggas with the money and a lot of dough. Pulling in extra cash from a lot of hoes. I envy you niggas. I could be every one of you niggas. Ease up, you don't know what I'm going through. Trying to live my life in you. Ease up, you don't know what I'm going through. Trying to live my life in you.
That was my man, Honest John, y'all. Appreciate him rocking with us and shit. Appreciate him. And I know I need to call Marcus back because I know what he wanted to talk about. I just wasn't trying to do it with Honest. Oh, I'm lying. We out of time. I'm lying. Damn, time did fly by. Hey, y'all, appreciate y'all tuning in. You already know what it is. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you right here rocking with us. And I'm going to leave y'all with my man, Artistic. That song we was trying to do the Blast of the Trash with, but we're going to play it because we didn't get it all the way through. Swing one in the morning. The morning tap in. Honest John, y'all. Let's go. What up,
New whip, fresh out the lot. 3 days next, the car won't stop. Gotta ease up the loss with a bottle of Ciroc. That's another $30 that your ass ain't got. The more I'm in debt, the more I spend. And niggas stay losing in search for his win. Losing my breath, trying to catch a second win. Out of Ciroc, so I buy some gin. Everyday struggle, every day I hustle. No dollar, but I'm trying to make it double. Flexing on niggas, trying to gain a little muscle, but the law don't like it, so I stay me out some trouble. Ease up, trying to be free. Trying to live my life in me. Ease up, trying to be free. Trying to live my life in me. No band-aids. They ain't got band-aids for that. No band-aids. They ain't got band-aids for that. Okay, girl, where you tryna go? To be real with you, I got no dough, started out rich, but I ended up poor, even lost my whip. So what you here for? You say you really like me, but I ain't think you mean it. I was packing my bags, almost headed out to Phoenix. I'm a really good guy when I try, yeah, mean it. Fuck your history.
We got my uncle in the building, Ledger Smith. What's up, OG? About time you tuned in, you know, motherfucker. Hey, I'd like to thank y'all for coming out, man. Shout out to RC the Trackaholic, Tony Elliott, Rashawn Lovelace, Chris Black. What up, Chris? Mario Delgado. Hey, that was a good question, G. I appreciate you. Mindy. Who else was on here? Andre Fair, Lowdown, always harassing us. We was in the building. Y'all. I appreciate y'all. John's funny, man. I don't know what was going on with this internet, though. This internet was kind of tripping. But yeah, let's go.
I don't care, don't repeat it. When bad times call, I get to drinking. I'm not an alcoholic, nah, I don't need it. I just say my prayers and the niggas with a Jesus. I just say my prayers and the niggas with a Jesus. Ease up, tryna be free. Tryna live my life being me. Ease up, tryna be free. Tryna live my life being me. No band-aids. They ain't got band-aids for that.
This is a little different from my man Artistic, but it's dope though. I like it.
They ain't got band-aids for that. The girl I'm talking to stop replying, yeah, I understand. She heard about my dick, plus she had a man. But she gave good neck and good mouth. Had me wrapped around her head like a Taliban. I shouldn't be mad, but a nigga got feelings. All this estrogen got me feeling like a woman against my will.
RC, I really want to hear Alon on the RC beat. I'm just curious of how it would come out because this boy's dope.
I'm willing. Pussy so good, have me stuck with a pair of prisms. Shout out to the niggas with the money and a lot of dough. Pulling in extra cash from a lot of hoes. I envy you niggas. I could be every one of you niggas. Ease up, you don't know what I'm going through. Tryna live my life being you. Ease up, you don't know what I'm going through. Tryna live my life being you. No band-aids. They ain't got band-aids for that. Yeah. No band-aids. They ain't got band-aids for that.
Yeah, that was dope, man. That was my man Artistic. He said, you know, it's funny. He sent me that a long time ago, and I just never played it. That joint was dope. Now, let me go back to my man real quick. My boy, Walker, Montana. I believe this was produced by RC, but I don't know. Let's check it out.
Say, bitch, I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Bitch, I'm a G. I'm all about the bear.
Yeah, bitch, I'm the man. That was Walker, Montana. The song's kind of short.
Bitch, I'm a bitch. You dealing with a hustler. Bitch, I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. All my hood niggas, put your sets up. What up? Nigga, you a shooter, put your gun up. Gon' get a Benz if you came up riding European.
RC, is that your beat?
They all on my jock and my cellular. Niggas be lame, living regular. I'm all in designer on the regular. Smoking hella flavor, got me smelling like a freshener. Baby on my line, but I don't text back. Catch me in traffic in a spacecraft. Baby on my side with a face mask. We'll set your ass up, we're needing all cash. You try to take the pussy and it all bad. Bitch, I'm the man, I need a big bag. We have an understanding on the get back. You gotta go hard for the bitch, I'm the man. I'm all about the bands.
Shout out to Honest John for coming to rock with us.
Bitch, I'm the man.
That was pretty dope.
I'm all about the bands.
You never know who you're going to find on Sweeng In the Morning, y'all. Who's Ranking Radio?
Bitch, I'm the man.
Shout out to Lillian. I didn't see Carlina today.
Bitch, I need it all in both hands. My staple on point like a march band. My game so heavy like your whole sin. Loose lips sing shit like the Titan. We're on a road trip, we're compatible. Your ex owe me money, your collateral. Baby, eat the dick like a cantaloupe. I'ma keep the D, I got the antidote. They say it never rained in California. I'm in Seattle getting bappy on the corner. I'm in the game knocking shit, Sammy Sosa. Ism so sick, it can be Ebola. Champagne the time from it. It's a lifestyle that you never seen coming. I'ma show my ass smoking grass out in public. And I ain't catch you feeling cause I'm always like bucket. Walker. I'm all about the bands. You dealing with a hustler. Bitch, I'm the man. I'm all about the bands. Dealing with a hustler. Bitch, I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man.
That was a cold way to end the song. It just stopped. No warning, no boom, boom. Yeah, this is the town, y'all. Hey.
I'm cruising down the 5 in my lap. Got a pocket full of money, I just left the trap. So I hit my brother Giff, he has a show on pipe. It's a rap, my Google Maps, they take a ride all night. Now we in the town and we cruising the block. RC got the bass and I'm busting these knocks. I be on my hustle, I keep a knot in my sock. There's a couple downtown straight repping the hot. So I hit my guy up and said come scoop. I'm by the key arena and I'm counting my loot. Rent's getting higher so they make us move. We praying on the songs to come back and hoop. I be on the Ave, I don't own no section. But in the South, in the CD, I'm connected. I'm on the West Side, right by Alcott. And I call the homies up and y'all down the ride. Your boy so dope, better act like you know. You can back me up and make it top sell at the store. I'm in Skyway, to be exact. Look it up, a little small city on top of the map. Feeling like the man up and down my city. These niggas be hating, but they bright fuck with me. I'm in Tag Town, right on Hilltop. I be around like the hands on the clock. Walker.
Northwest, stay lit, what's happening? I stay hustling on me, I'm stacked. Good vibes, fuck a hater, I'm acting. I'm from Seattle, boy, you messing with a savage. You messing with a savage. You messing with a savage. I'm from Seattle, boy, you messing with a savage.
I'm from the Northwest on the top of the map. And we have dice games, prostitutes on tap. If I don't smoke weed, I have a panic attack. These dudes looking funny, let me grab my strap. Hit the homies up from TAC. I don't need no damn drink, I'm blowing TAC. I'm not a role model, so don't rate me. With a Dick Deluxe burger, baby, double the cheese. I'ma up the score, gon' check the stats. 100+ shows, no CD or Mac. When you spittin' drill, ain't no holding back. I get goosebumps every time I hear my tracks. Cruising down the block in my lap. Rolling up a blunt and I'm counting the stack. Man, I went through Kent to get some food. Kent PD guns out and ready to shoot. I hit 4 or 5 down to Everett. Baby real thick with a peach in the Texas. Got the address and text my boy. I don't know this bitch, she got me paranoid. I'm too smart and have too much game. Boy, I'm the shit, I'ma leave a stain. I'm from Seattle, just so you know. And I get it cracking everywhere I go. It's Walker.
From Seattle, boy, you messing with a savage.
Yeah.
Boy, you messing with a savage.
Yeah.
Savage. You messing with a savage.
Yeah. Shout out to P with this shit, man. I'm back on this shit, man. This shit is what we rapping about. Like for real, for real. Yeah. Hey. Hustling the music between the two, I be juggling. No slipping with this shit, I'm really grinding and I'm bubbling. Stop with all the fussing niggas, man, cause they just struggling. When I was dead broke, I said fuck it and started smuggling. Newman's on my hands, oh shawty, don't make me pump something. Pump faking, my niggas get it poppin', they no frame. Balls over bullshit, these niggas ain't saying shit. Get it for the low, seen it out of town and double it. Say they getting money, but niggas don't ever own shit. I cash out, I ain't never been the type to owe shit. Niggas think they win it cause they bagging up my old chick. I'm on some different shit, new with a better bitch. savages. All of my niggas be on some savage shit. Late night, I be bagging up for the next flip. Niggas trip. Niggas think they win it cause they bagging up old chick. I'm on some different shit. New whip, what a bad bitch. Savages. All of my niggas be on some savage shit. Late night, I be bagging up for the next flip. Niggas trip. I set them shop like a Vegas strip. I make it flip and all of my niggas are really let it in.
Sideways, up, down, in the sideways, up, sideways, up, down, sideways, up, down, and around, even sideways, up, sideways, up, down, in the sideways, up, sideways, up, down, sideways, up, down, and around, even sideways.
Internet thugging with niggas I don't condone the shit. I live with strapped and broke bitches think I be everything. MC in my name of these niggas, they don't compare to me. Apparently, niggas be scared to jump in the roof with South Seattle, 5950, man, it be fitted on me. Old Griffey's writing caprices, think about foreign business. Niggas Satan 90%, niggas in their feelings. I be chillin' with my cutty yard. You know we on a mission, barely sipping, rolling my blunts. Bitches think I'm pimpin', reminiscing back in the day. Niggas wouldn't listen, sneak this and that, put niggas up in a bad position. Where I'm from, niggas talk early to pay the game attention. Bad women all on my section, sliding in my mentions. I was doing good, but the nigga really had good intentions. Yeah.
Sideways up, down, in the sideways up, sideways up, down, up,
South Seattle.
even sideways up, down, in the sideways up, down, up, sideways up, down, and around, even sideways up, down, in the sideways up, down, up, sideways up, down, and around, even sideways up, down, in the sideways up, down, up, sideways up, down, and around, even sideways.
Hey, what's happening? It's that guy Curtis from R&R Live Jam Session. You can catch me every Wednesday at 5 o'clock on RainierAvenueRadio.world. But in the morning, 6 o'clock, I'm in the tap in with the tap in on the tap in, cause I ain't tapping now. Nigga, get up off me before I stab you in the face with a spoon. It's the tap in, man, with Sweeng In the morning. Get in where you fit in, y'all.
Now what's peace? Peace is when they stop killing blacks in the streets. Peace is when my kids don't fear the police. Peace is when I see you. It's all love, even LGBTQ. Now what's peace? Peace is when they stop killing blacks in the streets. Peace is when my kids don't fear the police. Peace is when I see you. It's all love, even LGBTQ. Now what's peace? Talk to him. Talk to him. Now what's peace? Peace is when we seeing cat back in some cliques. Peace is when we all unifying on the knee. Peace is when I see you. It's all love, even LGBTQ. Now what's peace? Peace is when we seeing cat back in some cliques. Peace is when we all unifying on the knee. Peace is when I see you. It's all love, even LGBTQ. Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him. Now what's peace? Peace is when Brianna ain't killed in her sleep. Peace is when we pull back all them white sheets. Peace is when I see you. It's all love, even LGBTQ. Now what's peace? Peace is when Brianna ain't killed in her sleep. Peace is when we pull back all them white sheets. Peace is when I see you. It's all love, even LGBTQ. Now what's peace? Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him. Now what's peace? Peace is when the police get indicted when they beat a black man just for walking down the streets. That's when they turn to beef. And when they turn to beef, we just a victim of the streets. Let me tell you about peace. Peace is when they start to prosecute the police. Peace is when these politicians practice what they preach. Peace is when I see you. It's all love, even LGBTQ. Now what's peace? Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him.
All right, what's up, world? It's your figure, Max Slug. 26 Ways. Northwest is a music, 1.5 for the Folkeholics. And you checking out Who's Ranking Radio with my figure, my folks. Swing one. You know he keep it popping. Funny stuff, ranking and rocking. Yeah, Who's Ranking Radio? Be tuned in or get tuned out like that there. All right. Cha!
Rush a million.
Check secrets to your thing, man.
Appreciate y'all waiting on me. And we're gonna get right to it. Rush a milli. I'm really with this shit. Them hoes will probably tell you us go hard on the bitch. A beach for the cheese. Apparel stay dip south and ship me out down. Would it be the click? My mini mart niggas, I'm a title for the chicks. The whole crew flaws. Keep your eyes on the bitch. I've been running when we slide through the town. If my niggas is involved, best believe it's going down. Pull up to your spot with that kush by the barrel. All this fucking gold, you think a nigga named Pharaoh. Keep one eye open, pay attention to the sparrow. Keep a tool big enough to disintegrate bone marrow. Until the day I die, I'ma always keep it lit. Lash on the bitch till all of my niggas rich. They stay up for the clip and loaded with dumb shit. My whole crew dip, we stay on some lit shit. If them lames talking shit, we stay on some lit shit. My whole crew dip, we stay on some lit shit. To the bag full of chips, we stay on some lit shit. And I'm really with this shit, we stay on some lit shit. Them lames talking shit, we stay on some lit shit. My whole crew dip, we stay on some lit shit. To the bag full of chips, we stay on some lit shit. And I'm really with this shit, we stay on some lit shit. Ask me where I'm from, I'ma say out that fried tray. That nigga didn't tell, well that's not what the guy say. I always been hot, Pace Picante, Flambe. Pay attention to what the folks say, I dare say. Hearsay leading the gunplay in broad day. Turn your dope piece to frappe. There's many man making all these niggas sad shit and wind up like they really listen to reggae. Clearly, I wanted to sick us up out that evergreen. With things be off of that cream, Zanny and caffeine, and bitches be mad for the green, put through the guillotine. Pockets swole like all of my troops been drinking creatine and amphetamines, turning these bitch niggas to Wolverine with 17. Neutralize shit like taking vaccine is obscene. But what's folks seen is more green and red beans than most of you niggas been quarantined. If them lames talking shit, we stay on some lit shit. My whole crew did. We stay on some lit shit. To the bag full of chips, we stay on some lit shit. And I'm really with this shit. We stay on some lit shit. Them lames talking shit, we stay on some lit shit. My whole crew did. We stay on some lit shit. To the bag full of chips, we stay on some lit shit. And I'm really with this shit. We stay on some lit shit.
Sit back. When I ain't cussing these kids out, you can catch me down there at Who's Ranking Radio with Sweeng In. It's your girl, TV Controversy Queen. I'm out.
Enough with the drug talk, cause you've been seized overseas by Glover and Murtaugh. You're worse off, you're the government's first stop, cause you've been in the kitchen with gloves and a smirk on. They're screaming like hurt dog, tweaking cause the weekend gets shirts off. Leaking like a fiend that's been burnt pop, cause breathing alerts cop. Sneezing was what seems like the worst cough. Speaking broken English, Murtaugh. Who
the fuck you think you playing with, look, bruh? My kid is kinda skittish, but chutzpah is something I'm good for. Or maybe you're just lying and took one, denying while you're hiding the good stuff. Your story was plastic, waving around your arms like a spastic. Setting niggas up, got your ass kicked. They know who the rat is, Mighty Mouse until they get captive. Swilling with some stealing a mattress. Your bitch is an actress. Sharon Stone Casino, the blacklist. Fucking Al Pacino for track tips. Cause this is a dog fight. My switches be locked tight. Filled with the kill that could get you past all right. So tell me what's happening. They told me raw, stuck in the crack things. Coming down, floating around laughing. His image was pristine, but now that nigga dressed less clean. Stressing, can you bless him for 15? My checkers got grip seams, so now it's all just bit it hits me. Baby starting dressing her tits beam. I was just 16 with this thing.
So I see you on the street here, like passed out, face down on the sidewalk. It's alcohol that's your issue. Not drugs so much.
Drugs and alcohol, I guess. Yeah, I use meth sometimes, and then I drink to come off the meth. But I mean, usually I'm up for 2 days doing meth, but I'm gonna pass out for a day or 2 on the sidewalk.
Really?
Yeah.
That's when I think I caught you last.
Peace, you know what's happening, man. It's your boy G Press, baby. And when I ain't traveling around the world in Abu Dhabi, in Bahrain, in Jerusalem, and places like that, man, even when I'm in them places like that, man, I'm still logging in to Who's Ranking Radio with my boy Sweeng In.
Grill me now. Leviticus. Adi Rebirth. Zessinta, baby. Zessinta. Me now want watch Netflix and chill. Me now want to see no Bird Box. Fuck, see me real want fi fuck. Y'all fuck, see me real want fi fuck. Your pussy nice, your pussy tight, your pussy clean, and you know so you get no fungus. Fuck, see me real want fi fuck. Fuck, see me real want fi fuck. Jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Lord God, you don't know so what that feel like when you jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Lord God, you don't know so what it feels like. Lord God, you don't know what it feels like. Lord God, you don't know what it feels like. Lord God, you don't know what it feels like when you jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Me love you up and me make you feel nice. Whip, whip, whip cream till we need ice. Do waste no time, pull down my Levi's. Go up on your knees and give me real advice. Lord God, you don't know what it feels like. Lord God, you don't know what it feels like. Lord God, you don't know what it feels like when you jump on the cocky that's like a speed bike. Jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Lord God, you don't know so what that feel like when you jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike.
We'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to Swing One in the morning. You could have been in the world, anywhere in the world, but you're right here rocking with us. I'm your host, Swing Wisdom. It's the Tap In. Check us out tomorrow. We got a special guest tomorrow, too. Y'all have a very prosperous day.
Girl, you do the freaky things on me like. You bust a squirt and wet up me like. Me come inside of you 2 and 3 times. Me come inside of you 2 and 3 times. Cause Lord God, you don't know what it feels like. Lord God, you don't know what it feels like. Lord God, you don't know what it feels like when you jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Lord God, you don't know so what that feel like when you jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Lord God, you don't know so what it feels like. Lord God, you don't know what it feels like. Lord God, you don't know what it feels like. Lord God, you don't know what it feels like when you jump on the cocky and ride the speed bike. Me now want watch Netflix and chill. Me now want to see no Bird Box. Fuck, see me real want fi fuck. Y'all fuck, see me real want fi fuck. Your pussy nice, your pussy tight, your pussy clean, and you know so you get no fungus. Fuck, see me real want fi fuck. Fuck, see me real want fi fuck.